Here to talk to you guys about how to sell package deals, right? Take all the stuff we built on yesterday in terms of sales and add to that, how do you take all that information and turn it into package deals for yourself at the booth to significantly influence your results in the right direction? Mr. Luke Mills, let's give it up for him.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, can we get that audio from the sales sheets being available at some point?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so
awesome.
I've got it.
Good morning. They gave me the sober awake talk, so thank you for being sober, potentially and awake. If you're not sober, just take awesome notes, make some really cool doodles. I want to see them after. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, oh my gosh, I super don't want to get out of bed, but he's good looking, so. If I could just be a little bit of eye candy for you, and that's all you get take from this, just use the sales sheets and you'll sell some damn package deals. So I made those so I didn't have to give this talk, but so we could try and do this together. So like together, like I'll put in 50% and you guys could put in 50%, and that'll like math. All right, so here's the deal. When we talk about increasing revenue, what it really comes down to is three ways. When we talk about increasing revenue, the first way is to increase the number of customers. How do we do that? You all know one of the biggest massive ways that we are doing that is Cutco through different programs like Costco and the Realtor program. For us, I mean, that's as simple as adding and increasing our show counts, etc. The number two way to increase revenue is going to be from increasing residual and recurring orders from those existing customers. So we've had talks and conversations about that, talking about marketing and what have you, service appointments, like what we did for the service call training. Now the third way, and in my opinion, one of the most fun and efficient ways to increase revenue is going to come from increasing the size of the orders. So this is a really funny conversation to be having because I don't think I really need to be selling anyone in the room on why package deals are important, why they're going to affect your business. I mean, like, how sweet are those sales sheets, by the way? Okay, like, by a show of hands, who here has heard some stories of people that have closed Cutco kitchens since those, or with those sales sheets? Yeah. So what I'm really excited about, I've heard about, like, Missy. I was at the State Fair of Texas show, and I saw Kelly Martins right up with that sales sheet in the Cutco kitchen for one of Josh's customers. She's like, I don't even care about this. Like, here, just you look at it. Don't worry about me. Yes, he gets credit for all $7,000. Like, he'll like buy, whatever. And the person's like, oh, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like what the deal is. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And it was like, oh my gosh, like this is working. Like, not that Kelly Martins doesn't know how to sell ultimate, like, Cutco kitchens, but, I've heard stories of people that don't even know what they're doing, literally just pull it out on Miss Jones and just go, yeah, Miss Jones, check out my package deal, right? That's what you got to do. Now, it's better if you look her in the eye and you smile. She likes it. The intimacy is important. So it applies when you, China. Basically, all in all, the cool thing is that at this point, it's not doing more shows. At this point, it's not like spending more money on marketing. Are those things important? 100%, but this is gonna be one of the biggest return on investments of your time because all it is a mindset and a skill. And when you apply that, you're gonna have the residual effects of that for years and years and years to come. And the sooner you get comfortable with selling the Cutco kitchen, the sooner you're gonna be able to apply it and the longer you're gonna be able to take advantage of it with your Cutco career. So if successfully, thinking about this, if you successfully take these skills and apply them at your show booth, and if you even only because of this started packaging like 1 out of 15 more customers, so essentially taking a $500 to $800 average order, or a $500 to $800 order, bundling it with something else and taking it up closer to $1,500 to $2,000. So not even a Cutco kitchen, but if all you did was bundle it, one more order of 1 out of 15, your sales are going to increase $10,000 to over $50,000 this year already doing the work that you're doing. So I think it's a super, super exciting. We're already seeing the right people. We just need to be able to understand the process of how to apply it and take advantage of the opportunity when it's in front of us. So I think it's just really exciting to already see so much success with the Cutco kitchens. And I'm telling you that there's going to be more that's coming this year, and it's going to be coming from this room, and I'm so excited for each and every one of you guys to be jumping on the Cutco kitchen bandwagon. So let's just talk about a little bit of mindsets here. So when we talk about like what it looks like to sell a Cutco kitchen, one of my biggest conversations that I had with like Robert Danbury was like, hey, like one of my biggest challenges with selling the Cutco kitchen is that I just don't know what I'm doing. It's different every time, and by the time I'm selling it, I feel like the customer just feels like I'm kind of just making it up. We want to make this duplicatable, we make it replicatable, we want to make it easy to understand and make it just seem like a program. So when you guys are at your booths, one of the big things is to be talking to every customer. So this is what every Cutco owner eventually builds. This is the upgrade program, Ms. Jones. You know, the Del Mar Fair team, what they would do is if they were closing a deal, they're writing up an order form, you see one of your buddies at the booth with an order form, they would just come over to each other and go, hey, by the way, hey, did you show her like the best deal of the day? And even that person was just replacing a table knife or whatever, they would just go ahead, you know what, I didn't. The customer's like, what, why didn't you show me that? And they're like, I'm so sorry, here. And it's like, boom, Miss Jones. And what happens is that with that, they'd be like, oh, wow, like Miss Jones, if you want the best savings, if you love Cutco, right? Yeah, this is the option. This is the best deal of the day. You're saving almost $3,000 in the long run by rather than piecing this out. And if you could swing it, it just makes sense. Now, what are most people going to say? Like, no. But what happened to that is that planted the seed, they're available and they're aware of it now. And not to mention that opened the door for so many people to go into adding on cookware or flatware or looking at the set and actually doing a package deal on top of, for example, a table knife or anything that they're closing. You show that to every single customer at the booth that's buying, that's the best person to show to anyway, because they already committed to Cutco. Now you just got to show them what's in for the long haul. So there's just a synergy. You got to create the synergy. You have to create the environment. You have to create a Cutco package vortex at your booth. And what that means is that you just have to have the mindset. Are you aware of the Cutco kitchen? Have you ever actually written up a Cutco kitchen order form before? Like if you have never written up a Cutco kitchen order form, you should just write up a fake order so that it doesn't feel like something new when you actually do it at the booth. Just having the mindset and being aware of it is just half the battle. How beautiful are those backdrops, by the way? Yeah. Absolutely amazing. You know, that was something that Josh and I had worked on and is now available. And CTS Creative is giving it to you guys at such an amazing price. It was so cool to be able to have a freaking boom set up there and then have like the Cutco package deal and just be able to reference that during the talk or during the conversations with the customers. I'll show you how to do that here in just a moment. But I just want everyone to know that like it's so much easier to sell a Cutco kitchen when it's your display, and it's such a unifying. It's like just a unifying picture together. It's not just like, oh, here's like an individual picture of the knives, and then over there, a couple pages later in your blue book, or a little bit later in another image, there's, you know, on the other side of your booth, there's the, you know, the cookware, and then over here, no. Like bring it all together. Help Miss Jones like understand the picture together, and it's up there, it's down here. Everyone's doing it, Miss Jones. Why aren't you? Like you're gonna do it eventually anyway. You know it. Like let's just save you the trouble and me and just do this today. And what's going to happen with that, he's doing those at about $800 a pop, which is already honestly an awesome deal. If you buy 2 of them, any 2, by the way, you can even mix match them. And I don't get any credit for this, but I'm a huge believer since we've put them up at our shows, is he's going to do 2 of them at a reduced rate at $1,400. So that's $700 a pop for those just pop-up back displays. They're incredibly beautiful. They're hand washable. No, not hand wash. They're dishwashable, and it's technology. And What's going to happen as well is that there's a one-time event discount where you get an additional 10% off. I think we calculated that comes out to about $630 for each one if you buy 2 of them here at the event. So that's something that you should really incredibly consider, seeing as though it will help you sell many more Cutco kitchens in the future. So what else is going on? We got the mindset, so you're aware of it. You got the backdrop. It's getting promoted. The scripts. I actually wrote down exactly what you need to say in order to sell a Cutco kitchen here. So pretty exciting. What's really cool is that you can actually adjust the scripts so you're promoting the Cutco kitchen on top of the knives. Miss Jones, we got 3 main sets. This is the one and done set. It comes with all the complete knives. Like honestly, everyone that has Cutco builds up to this anyway. It's not cheap, but if you could swing it, you're going to be done with knives the rest of your life. And the best part about the complete set here is that when you bundle that with our cookware and our flatware, the deals get even crazier. The next option here is the family set. If you just like to blah, blah, blah. So what's happening is the scripts are adjusted so that we're able to present and promote the Cutco kitchen from the very beginning. And so we're already planting the seed for by the time where they've closed the order and you're already trying to upserve them, that they're already aware that that's available. The sales sheets. So now they've got the mindset, you bring it up, you got the backdrop, you got the promotion, you got the scripts down. Now you just need the sales sheets to close it. The sales sheets do like all the work for you, by the way. You know, I had a conversation with Matt Graves, and I actually met his customer that bought the Cutco kitchen a couple weeks ago. He came to my show this week. He asked me what kind of deal I could give him, and then he told me that Matt Graves gave him a better deal. I don't know how he gets that Curtis pricing, but so Matt used the sales sheets. Boom, Miss Jones, there you go. That's the package deal. And then one of the last things that most people don't really realize, what we love using in Arizona, is having testimonials. So we actually have written testimonials available for the flatware, for the cookware. You already have the happy sheets probably for the knives. And we also actually keep like a couple pages of testimonials on the Cutco kitchen at the booth. Like imagine how powerful it is for that customer to, instead of feel like, oh, wow, like I think I'm buying a lot, like this is really crazy, to like, oh yeah, this is just what's normal, this is what happens, and yeah, I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it. So, just some needs and knows. So much fun upserving. Just joking, SMF stands for Sales Mastery Formula. Josh went over that a little while ago. Seth gave the Seth version of the Josh talk on that conversation, on that topic. Did a great job as well. It works. You can apply it, which, by the way, Josh has all of the Sales Mastery formulas available at the Vast Action booth, full of just incredibly valuable information, and for incredibly reasonable price as well. The cookware and the flatware, you guys need to internalize the scripts. Like, if you're not comfortable selling a Cutco kitchen because you're not sold on the cookware, you're not sold on the flatware, like, go to your office, go to a 3-day training, go home, cook with it, burn something with it, clean it, learn how to use it, do your job, because it's going to come back so much more in return when you're sold on why the cookware is amazing. Like, really, guys, the cookware, it cuts cooking time in half. That alone should sell the cookware. We're marketably placed price-wise that we're 30 to 70% less than majority of our competition. Your food tastes better, it looks better, it's better for you, and there's little to no cleanup. Like, honestly, Miss Jones, if you love the knives, you're going to love the cookware even more. Imagine consolidating everything in your kitchen down so that all you had was stuff that you just really liked, and it was beautiful, and you never had to buy it ever again for generations. Okay, I'll just add that on, Miss Jones. Thank you. Yeah. So you got that on there. The flatware, I mean, honestly, it's beautiful. It's amazing, right? The flatware, I mean, honestly, it's so freaking sweet. Like, it's freaking ice cream proof. Miss Jones not like bending it anymore. Yeah, it's beautiful enough for everyday occasions, but it's durable enough, or it's beautiful enough for really nice occasions, and it's durable enough for everyday use. Miss Jones, even if it gets in a fight with the trash disposal or it ends up out in the sandbox, like Cutco is guaranteed forever, so you could just get it replaced. You don't even have to worry about polishing it. And most people end up having really nice stuff that ends up sitting on the collecting dust anyway, and other people just settle for stuff that they've never really liked. Mr. Jones, you deserve it. So anyway, it's really hard to sell a Cutco kitchen if you're not sold on the cookware and flatware. Just make sure you do a good job and get invested in those. By the way, one of the biggest concerns that I've heard with people is just being able to present that. And one of the concepts that's been a breakthrough in the Rising Sun division is just the concept and the understanding that, like, hey, look, people bought knives. People bought Cutco, even though they already had knives. Just understand that people are going to buy cookware and flatware, even though they already have them. Once you can bridge that gap and you're sold on it yourself, and you could package it, make it a great deal, and present it in a really nice way to Miss Jones at the booth, it just makes it so much easier. Plus, you're planting the seed for the future. So a lot of the conversations, a lot of the talks, a lot of the speeches have been about ideas, ideologies. How many of you guys would actually just appreciate if you just knew what to say to close the Cutco kitchen? All right, sweet. So I just have it all right down here for you guys. We don't need to go through too much of this, but I do exactly what I just talked about with the promoting the booths at the sets part of the script. After that, just talking about how to promote it. One of the key people that you should be promoting this to everyone. One of the things that's awesome is people that are buying signatures and ultimates at the booth are pretty much pre-qualifying themselves as the exact people that you should be offering this upgrade to. Of course, after the credit card is in hand, it's the perfect time to present it. And the interest phrasing I love. Hey, Ms. Jones, a lot of customers getting the ultimate set have been taking advantage of our bundling in their order with the cookware and the flatware, which would be only a fraction of the cost today versus getting it a lot later. Because our bundling savings, they're at least worth taking a look at. Honestly, even cooler than the knives. Ms. Jones, what does your pots and pans situation look like? Boom. Talking to about some leading and permission questions, that what's your pots and pans situation look like? Have you ever thought about replacing, or have you considered replacing your cookware flour in the next 3 to 5 years? And then getting the permission question. Now, I try to limit the sale of the flatware and the cookware. I consolidated them to roughly 20 minutes each, apparently, on here. So what I would just say is, if you're sold on it, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to emotionally piggyback that customer from the logic and the emotion of how awesome the knives are into how awesome the cookware and the flatware are. And with a couple key main points, such as like mind framing, connecting with the customer with what they have and the problems, creating solutions, price positioning, and closing properly with each and every one of these cookware and flatware options, that you're going to be able to set yourself up for success. What I love, and I'm just going to finish here by reading the close that is on the third page here, and then we'll be able to have some questions in the Q&A section. With Waterless Cookware, there are 17 or so brands of us, and they're all mostly made in the same factory, showing the price comparison. For this set, I've seen it as low as $5,900, and I've even seen it as high as $11,000. And I'm showing stuff like all-clad, kitchen craft, style master, etc. You're mostly just paying for the brand name anyway. It might sound like a lot, but even those prices are worth it. The best thing about Cutco is they are 30 to 70% less. That means that you can get the knives, the cookware, and the flatware for less than just what the cookware of one of these other guys. The Cutco kitchen, bought separately, is over $10,000. Now we got the sales sheet. By bundling it here today, it comes out to just $73.84, saving you almost $3,000 in the long run. The best part is it comes out to just $1,613 out the door today. And if you like it and you would use it and you could swing the $1,600, because I'm committed to hitting my goals, I'll go ahead and buy you that whatever. Use your imagination. A beer, I don't know, garden tool set. And that's actually just how it really ends. Anytime we offer the package deals in Arizona here, is that you're able to just finish on that. You don't even have to ask for the order. Miss Jones, if you like it, you would use it. You can eventually get it anyway, and you can sweeten the 1,600. If you go ahead and just take advantage of it today, because I'm so committed to my goals, I'll still go ahead and throw in blank for free for you. Or I'll still go ahead and buy you blank out of my appreciation. And at that point, they're going to say yes. They're going to come back with an objection, or they're going to say no. Either way, what's really cool is that you're able to go ahead and drop down, close the order, handle the objection, and sometimes even ask again. It's really cool when they have 2 homes and you close the Cutco kitchen, because the savings gets even better, Ms. Jones. I hope you guys look at this, apply it. I highly recommend taking advantage of the Sales Mastery Formula as well as the display programs in the back. And I look forward to helping you guys and seeing each and every one of you guys closing Cutco kitchens this year.